travel prep guide for Canada. Everything you need to know. Why travel to Canada? Canada, the second largest country in the world by land area, offers a vast diversity of landscapes, cultures, and experiences that make it one of the most appealing travel destinations globally. From the rugged mountains of the Rockies to the cosmopolitan charm of cities like Toronto and Vancouver to the historical richness of Quebec and the natural beauty of its national parks, Canada has something for everyone. Whether you're planning a city break, an outdoor adventure, or a cultural immersion, proper preparation will ensure you make the most of your trip. This travel prep guide covers all the essential details you'll need to help you plan, pack, and travel smoothly across the Great White North. What you'll find in this guide: visa and entry requirements, best time to visit, currency and payment methods, transportation options, accommodation tips, safety and health advice, cultural etiquette, packing checklist, top destinations to visit. So, let's get started on making your trip to Canada unforgettable. Visa and entry requirements. Do you need a visa? Canada is quite strict about entry requirements, and whether you need a visa depends on your nationality and the length and purpose of your visit. Generally, most visitors from countries in Europe, the US, and many other nations do not need a visa for short-term visits, tourism, business, etc., but they may need an ADA electronic travel authorization. Key points: ETA. If you're from a visa-exempt country such as the US, the UK, Australia, etc., you need to apply for an ETA before flying to Canada. It's a quick online process. Visitor visa. If you're from a country that requires a visa, you'll need to apply for a visitor visa in advance. Documents. Make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned date of entry. Additional requirements. COVID-19. Check the current travel restrictions, as regulations can change based on the global health situation. Canada may require proof of vaccination, a negative COVID test, or quarantine, depending on where you're traveling from. Border control. Be prepared for questions about the purpose of your trip, your return flight, and accommodation details. Best time to visit Canada. Canada's size means it has a variety of climates, so the best time to visit depends on the kind of activities you're interested in. Winter, December to February. Perfect for winter sports like skiing, snowboarding, and ice skating. Popular destinations: Whistler, Banff, and Quebec City. Expect snow and cold temperatures, especially in the Canadian Rockies and northern regions. Spring, March to May. A good time to visit if you want to avoid the crowds. The weather is milder, and many parks and trails start to open for hiking. Flowers begin to bloom in places like Vancouver and the Niagara region. Summer, June, August. This is the peak tourist season, offering warm weather and festivals. Ideal for outdoor activities like hiking, kayaking, and exploring national parks. Must-visit places include Vancouver, Banff, Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. Fall, September, November. A great time for those who want fewer crowds and stunning autumn foliage. Temperatures remain comfortable, and you can visit wine regions like the Niagara Valley. Early fall is still warm enough for outdoor activities, but by November, it can start to get chilly. Best for nature lovers, hikers, skiers, culture enthusiasts. Currency and payment methods. Currency. Canada's official currency is the Canadian dollar CAD. The exchange rate can fluctuate, so it's a good idea to check it before you exchange money. Most places also accept credit cards, especially Visa and MasterCard, though it's always a good idea to have some cash on hand for smaller businesses or rural areas. Payment methods, credit and debit cards, widely accepted. However, always inform your bank before traveling to avoid your card being flagged for suspicious activity. ATM is easily accessible, and most ATMs in major cities accept foreign cards. Make sure to choose a machine that offers a better exchange rate and low withdrawal fees. Tipping. A tip of 15 to 20% is customary in restaurants, cafes, and for other service workers. Transportation options. Getting around within Canada, car rental. Canada's vast distances make renting a car a great option, especially for exploring places like the Canadian Rockies or the Atlantic coast. Most roads are in good condition, but if you're traveling in winter, make sure you have snow tires. Public transport. Major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal have extensive public transit systems, subways, buses, and light rail. For long-distance travel, look into Via Rail, Canada's national rail service, which offers scenic journeys like the cross-country Canadian route from Toronto to Vancouver. Domestic flights. Canada is enormous, so flying between major cities can save you time. Airlines like Air Canada and WestJet serve most routes. Biking. Many cities such as Montreal and Vancouver are bike-friendly with designated bike lanes. Accommodation tips. Canada offers a wide range of accommodation options, from luxury hotels to budget hostels and scenic campsites. Types of accommodation. Hotels. From boutique to five-star chains, you'll find plenty of options in cities. Hostels. A budget-friendly option for younger travelers or solo travelers. Airbnb. Great for a homey experience, especially if you're looking for longer stays. Campsites and cabins. Canada is famous for its natural beauty, so camping in national parks is a must-try. Popular spots include Banff, Jasper, and Algonquin Park. Booking tips. Book early, especially during peak seasons, summer, and holidays. Accommodations fill up quickly. Consider location. Check if your accommodation is near public transport or attractions you want to visit. Look for deals. Websites like Booking.com, Expedia, and Airbnb offer competitive pricing and discounts. Safety and health advice. Safety in Canada. Canada is considered one of the safest countries to visit, but it's always wise to take common precautions. Emergency number. Dial 911 for police, fire, or medical emergencies. Wildlife. Be aware of wildlife, especially in national parks and remote areas. Do not approach animals like bears, moose, or coyotes. Weather. Canada's weather can be unpredictable. Be prepared for sudden temperature drops, especially in the mountains or northern areas. Health and insurance. Travel insurance. Highly recommended. Healthcare for non-residents can be expensive if you're not covered by a provincial plan. Vaccinations. No mandatory vaccinations are required, but it's always a good idea to check with your doctor before traveling. Medical services. You can access medical services, but you may need to pay upfront if you don't have insurance. Cultural etiquette. Tips for interacting with locals. Politeness. Canadians are known for being friendly and polite. Saying please, thank you, and sorry goes a long way. Quebec. French is the primary language in Quebec, so learning a few French phrases can be appreciated. Punctuality. Being on time is important, especially in business or formal settings. Tipping. Restaurants. 15 to 20% is typical for tipping. Taxes. Around 10 to 15% of the fare. Hotel staff. Consider leaving a small tip for housekeeping and bellhops. Packing checklist. Essentials, passport, and travel documents. Credit cards and Canadian dollars for smaller purchases. Travel insurance documents. Sunscreen, especially for outdoor activities. Medications and prescription forms if needed. Power adapter. Canada uses Type A and Type B plugs with a voltage of 120 volts. Weather specific. Winter. Thermal layers, waterproof boots, gloves, scarves. Summer. Light clothing, sunscreen, a hat, and comfortable shoes for walking. Rain. An umbrella or waterproof jacket is essential in Vancouver and other rainy regions. Top destinations to visit in Canada: Banff National Park, iconic mountain landscapes, hiking, skiing, and crystal clear lakes. Toronto. a bustling metropolis with cultural attractions like the CN Tower, museums, and a vibrant food scene. Quebec City, old world charm with cobblestone streets, historical architecture, and French influences. Vancouver, stunning coastal city with access to mountains and the Pacific Ocean. Montreal, a mix of European elegance, French-Canadian culture, and a lively art scene. Niagara Falls, one of the world's most famous natural wonders. Conclusion: ready to explore Canada? Canada is a vast and diverse country that offers a unique blend of natural beauty, vibrant cities, and rich cultural experiences. With proper planning, you can make the most of your Canadian adventure, whether you're visiting the majestic Rocky Mountains, soaking in the cultural vibes of Montreal, or exploring the wild, untamed beauty of Canada's national parks. By now, you should be well equipped with everything you need to know about preparing for your trip. From visas to safety, transportation to local etiquette, we've got you covered. Just pack your bags, plan your itinerary, and get ready to explore the wonders of Canada. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more travel tips and advice. Safe travels and enjoy every moment in Canada.